I want to share this video with you. It's about a Wisconsin judge that she allowed an illegal immigrant to leave her court to try to avoid ICE agents. So I want to talk about other issues I see with this particular judge. And let me go ahead and share the video with you.
That new video obtained by 12 News just today is giving us our first look at the confrontation between a Milwaukee County judge and federal agents inside the county courthouse.
Her actions that day leading to her arrest and indictment in a story that's now gone national. Judge Hannah Dugan is accused of trying to help Eduardo Flores-Ruiz evade ICE agents. He was scheduled to be in Dugan's courtroom in a domestic violence case.
12 News Nick Boers live at the courthouse this afternoon. Nick, we got that video in response to an open records request today. County officials gave us quite a large file late this morning, and we've been combing through that video all day.
Well, we sure have, but for the first time, we see Judge Hannah Dugan up on the 6th floor here interacting with those federal agents 1 month ago, and how the wanted man left the courthouse with an agent trailing behind him, and for the first time, how he was arrested out front here. For the first time, we're seeing Judge Hannah Dugan outside her courtroom April 18th, wearing her black robes, appearing to confront several federal agents there to arrest Eduardo Flores-Ruiz, a Milwaukee man and Mexican national charged locally with 3 counts of domestic battery. This video, released by Milwaukee County through an open records request, is part of the evidence in the case against Judge Dugan, who's charged with obstructing a federal investigation concealing Flores-Ruiz, allowing him to leave her courtroom by a different door after sending the agents to speak to the chief judge. Flores-Ruiz, dressed in black with his attorney, is seen in several of the videos leaving by that other door. One prosecutor say was used by jurors and not open to the public. As he leaves, though, he is seen in the hallway, followed by another agent. As Flores-Ruiz gets into the elevator to leave, the agent slips in as well. According to the criminal complaint against Dugan, that agent followed them down. The agent seen here following out of the building downstairs, and once backup arrived, they tried to arrest Flores-Ruiz, who another video shows ran north in front of the courthouse for nearly a block before agents caught up with him and arrested him. Federal agents arrested Dugan herself a week later.
And Nick, it is not often we get responses to open records requests this quickly, or even when they're part of an open investigation,
Right.
particularly a federal investigation. Do you know why the county released that video now?
Well, that's unclear. We did ask, of course. We made the request immediately when the incident happened here at the courthouse. We did ask the U.S. Attorney's Office, which is prosecuting Dugan, about that video released today, whether they signed off on it or were even aware of it. They responded, though, with a no comment.
Nick Boer live outside the Milwaukee County Courthouse here this afternoon. Eduardo Flores-Ruiz's domestic violence case is moving through the Milwaukee County Court. He is, however, in federal custody on his immigration arrest. The FBI arrested Judge Dugan at the county courthouse 1 week later on April 25th. She pleaded not guilty in a federal court last week.
Judge Dugan, your response.
You can see here it is a judge that's supposed to be upholding the law is actually helping a criminal evade the law. She cared more about the criminal than she do with the law and the people that she's supposed to be protecting. Regardless of how you feel about immigration, think about immigration, if you think it's right or wrong, there is a law in place when it comes to how to enter this country. So everyone that crossed the border illegally, or if they had protection right and it has expired and they're still in this country, they're in this country illegally. And so therefore they have to either voluntarily leave or they would have to be arrested and then sent to their home country. That is the law in the United States. It's not about how you feel, it's the law. And then as a judge, she is supposed to be upholding the law. But the issue that I have with her, this man is in this country charged with 3 counts of DV. He's in court facing those charges of DV. So that means he either physically put his hands on somebody, he's emotionally abusing someone, he's either bullying someone, he's he's in a position where he's financially taking care of someone and holding that against them. But he is doing something where he's controlling someone or stalking someone, but he's making someone else's life miserable to the point that that person had to call the police on him. This is the type of man that she is protecting and help get away. He is charged with 3 counts of DV. So let's just say, for instance, he was able to escape her courtroom that day and not get caught by ICE. Would he have showed up to another court date knowing that ICE may come to that new court date? Would she have just dismissed the charges? Would she have just, act like, just kept pushing his court date back and back and back and not giving that person justice who filed those charges? So she didn't care about the victim. She had no concern about the victim. She had no concern about letting this violent person back out on the street. She had no concerns about that. The only thing she was thinking about is breaking the law to help a criminal. He's a criminal for coming across the border the way he did, which was illegal. And then he's a criminal because he has 3 counts of domestic violence. So she is not in the mindset to be a judge because she don't believe in upholding the law on any account. So therefore, I feel like they should go back and look at her cases to make sure she used clear judgment when she charged the people. If anyone has been arrested or certain charges against these people, they need to really go back and investigate Judge Hannah Dugan's file to see if she made any errors in anyone else's case, because she's showing that she does not have good judgment. You're willing to risk your career. Being a judge is not just a job, it's her career. That she decided, I want to be able to be in this position to judge fairly. But instead, she's not. She's protecting the criminal. So if she was willing to do it this time, how many other times has she done it? So I feel like that's what they need to do is go back, the lawyers of anyone who went in her courtroom and is now serving time, they need to go back and look. Or if a person feel like that they did not get the justice they deserve because they was in her courtroom, they need to really go back and look at those cases, because she's showing that she's not mentally capable of being a judge when she's letting someone who's been charged with DV, 3 counts of DV, escape the law. And that's the sad part about it. And so it's 2 scriptures that I want to share with you. Romans 13:1, let every person be subject to the governing authority, for there is no authority except for God, and those that exist have been instituted by God. So right now we're in the United States of America. And like I said before, we have certain laws when it comes to immigration and how people immigrate into this country. It's not saying that the United States or people within the United States don't want people coming to this country, but there is a way to do it. So you have to uphold those laws when entering into this country. And the other scripture is Deuteronomy 16:19. You shall not prevent justice. You shall not show partiality, and you should not accept a bribe, for a bribe blinds the eyes of the wise and subvert the case of the righteous. And that's exactly what she did. She did not use good judgment. She did not care about the justice of the person who brought the case of DV against him. She did not care about what he did to that person or how he made that person feel. The only thing she wanted to do was protect him. And it's unfortunately that we're in a country that sees that they need to protect predators. They go out of their way to protect predators, people who use their, who they are to intimidate a person, to threaten a person, to SA a person. They, in this country that we're living in now, Those are the protected people. It's not the women, it's not the children, it's the predators that prey on people who are in a position that they can't really protect themselves, and they look towards the law to help protect them. And unfortunately, there's people out there like her that do not take their job serious, and they spend more time protecting the predator, and they disregard the feeling and emotion and everything that the victim went through. So I just want to share that with you. My name is Delmarshae. Please like, share, and subscribe.